Hey everyone, in here from My Mama Recipes, and I am so excited to share this one with you. Today we are making my absolute go-to comfort food, a warm, hearty potato and egg casserole. It's just perfect for any morning, really. So let's get into it. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? For me, cooking is all about creating that feeling of home. And this dish, well, it delivers that cozy, slow morning vibe every single time, even on a busy day. It's just the best way to start your day.
I always call this casserole a hug in a dish, and honestly, that's exactly what it feels like. It's warm, it's satisfying, and it is pure comfort.
So, what are we actually talking about here? Well, you can think of it like a frittata or maybe a crustless quiche, but way heartier and, let's be real, a lot easier. There's no fussy crust to deal with. You just layer some simple ingredients, pop it in the oven, and you've got a meal for the whole family. It's that simple. And the texture is just everything. You get those creamy eggs and melted cheese, that beautiful golden brown crispy top, and this deep, savory flavor in every single bite. It works for a lazy Sunday brunch, sure, but it's also a lifesaver on a busy weekday morning. Okay, let's talk about what goes into this. One of the things I truly believe is that great food doesn't come from fancy, hard-to-find stuff. This recipe is proof. It's built on simple, honest ingredients that you probably already have sitting in your kitchen. Seriously, we're talking potatoes, eggs, milk, and cheese, with a little onion and bell pepper thrown in. These are the humble heroes of comfort food, and together, they make something truly special. Now, let's talk potatoes for a sec, because you've got options. I'm a big fan of Yukon Golds. They get all creamy, but they still hold their shape really well. But hey, if you want something a bit more rustic, where the potatoes kind of break down into the eggs, russets are an awesome choice. Honestly, you can't go wrong either way. And for those mornings when you're really in a rush, here is a fantastic shortcut: frozen hash browns. It saves you all that peeling and dicing. Now, the one critical step, and please don't skip this, is to thaw them out and pat them totally dry with a paper towel. This gets rid of any extra water so you don't end up with a soggy casserole. All right, we've got our ingredients sorted. You ready to put it all together? Let's get cooking. I promise, this is the fun part. The whole process really just breaks down into 5 simple steps. We're gonna prep and saute our veggies, whisk up the eggs, layer everything together, and then bake it. And then, of course, comes the hardest part of all: letting it rest for a few minutes before you dive in. Okay, first things first, get that oven preheating to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 190 Celsius. While it's heating up, you'll saute your potatoes and veggies. This step is key, so don't skip it. It softens everything up and starts building that first delicious layer of flavor. Now for the eggs. Here's a little secret for you. Don't just mix them, you've got to really whisk them. You want to keep going until they're smooth and just a little bit frothy. By whipping all that air in, you're guaranteeing that the casserole will puff up and get that light, fluffy texture we're all after. So, once it's all assembled, it's going to go into the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes. The best way to know if it's done? The good old-fashioned knife test. Just stick a knife right into the center, and if it comes out clean, you are golden. The top should be bubbly and gorgeous. All right, the timer's gone off, the casserole is out of the oven, and your whole kitchen smells absolutely incredible. Now for the best part: serving it up and sharing it. This casserole is amazing all on its own, but it also plays really nicely with other things. For a simple breakfast, just add some fresh fruit or some crispy toast. But if you're doing a big brunch, a little green salad, or even some smoked salmon on the side can really take the whole meal to the next level. And let's be real, the leftovers are sometimes the best part, right? A few minutes back in the oven, or even better, the air fryer, will bring that crispy, cheesy top right back to life. It makes for such an easy and delicious breakfast the next day. This is what I love about cooking at home. You're in charge. Think of this recipe as just a starting point. It's your casserole, so make it your way. This dish is so easy to adapt. You could easily swap in some tofu and vegan cheese for a plant-based version, or use egg whites and low-fat milk for a lighter option. Want to add some meat? Turkey bacon or chicken sausage would be amazing. It's all about making it work for you. Okay, this is probably the #1 question I get about any casserole, and for good reason. We all want to save a little time in the morning, right? And the answer is a big, loud yes. You can absolutely assemble this whole thing the night before. Cover it up, stick it in the fridge, and then just pop it in the oven in the morning. It is the ultimate breakfast meal prep, a total game changer. All right, let's troubleshoot a common problem. You pull your beautiful casserole out of the oven, it looks perfect, but when you go to cut into it, the center is a little runny. So what happened? First of all, don't panic. It's usually a really simple fix. It might just need another 5 minutes in the oven. But a lot of the time, the real secret is just letting it rest. Give it a good 5 or 10 minutes on the counter after you pull it out. That resting time lets the center finish cooking and helps it set up perfectly. And this quote right here, this really gets to the heart of everything I try to do with my mama recipes. It is not about being perfect or using complicated techniques. It's about good, honest food that fits into your real, busy life. So I'll just leave you with this thought. This potato and egg casserole, it's one of the dishes that always gets my family to the table. What's yours? I really hope this recipe becomes a new favorite in your home. Thanks so much for cooking with me today.